In this tutorial video, I shall explain the chapter linear equation in two variables. So, watch the complete video. The very first topic of this chapter is linear equation in two variables. So, first of all, we will see the definition of linear equation in two variables. The equation which is in the form of ax plus by plus c is equals to 0 is termed as linear equation in two variables, where a, b and c are real numbers such that the value of a is not equal to 0 as well as the value of b is also not equals to 0. If the value of a will become 0, then this term will be eliminated. That's why the value of a will not be equals to 0. Similarly, if the value of b is 0, then the second term will be eliminated. Hence, the value of a and b should not be equals to 0. This is the criteria of linear equation in two variables. The most important thing about the linear equation two variable is a linear equation in two variables has infinitely many solutions. This topic I will discuss in the next part of the video. Now let us consider a question. Express the given equation in the form of ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. Suppose we are having the equation 4y is equals to 7. We have to convert this equation in the form of ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. So first of all we can write 4y is equals to 7 in the form of 4y minus 7 is equals to 0. So we got two terms by and c. These two terms we got. We are not having the very first term, but we have to convert it into the form of ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. Hence, we can write here 0 into x. If we will multiply 0 with x, then this term will be eliminated and finally we will get 4y minus 7, which is the question. 4y minus 7, it is already given. So both the equations will remain same. So after that we can write this one 0 into x plus 4y plus under bracket minus 7. So this is in the form of ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. Means 0 into x. Here the value of a is 0, value of b is 4, value of c is minus 7. But it cannot be the linear equation in two variables because we are having only single variable. If we observe this line, then we are having only single variable. X is not treated as the second variable because the coefficient of x is 0. That's why it will not be treated as the second variable. Since our question is 4y is equals to 7, it contains only single variable, but we have to convert it into the form of ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. So the final solution of this question is 0 into x plus 4y plus under bracket minus 7 is equals to 0. Now let us consider the next question. Find three different solutions of the equation 2x minus 3y is equals to 6. As I explained in the very first topic, a linear equation in two variables has infinitely many solutions. So we are having the equation 2x minus 3y is equals to 6. This equation will also have infinite number of solutions. So first of all we will copy the equation 2x minus 3y is equals to 6. After that we have to put any value of x. Suppose we are putting the value of x is equals to 0. If we are putting the value of x is equals to 0, then the value of y will be equals to minus 2. Let us see if we are putting here we are having the equation 2x minus 3y is equals to 6. So on the place of x we are going to put 0. So here 2 will be as it is multiplied by, on the place of x we are going to put 0 minus 3y is equals to 6. So 2 multiplied by 0 will be equals to 0, and y will be as it is. Here we can write minus 3y equals to 6, and finally we can write here y is equals to 6 divided by minus 3, and that will be equals to minus 2. So if we are putting the value of x is equals to 0, then the value of y is equals to minus 2. Similarly, if we will put the value of x equals to 3, then the value of y equals to 0. And if we put the value of x equal to 6, then the value of y is equals to 2. After that, we have to write all these things in the tabular form. So this is the very first solution, this is the second solution, this is the third solution. All these solutions I have copied from here. If the value of x is equals to 0, then the value of y equals to minus 2. Same thing I have written here. If the value of x is equals to 0, then the value of y equals to minus 2. If the value of x equals to 3, then the value of y equals to 0. Similarly, if the value of x is equals to 6, then the value of y is equals to 2. Similarly, we can find any number of solution. Here we have to find 3 different solutions, we can find 5 different solutions, we can find 10 different solutions, we can find infinite number of solutions also. Now let us consider one more question. If the value of x equals to 0 and y equals to 4 is the solution of the equation 5x minus 3y is equals to k, then we have to find the value of k. Here in this question it is given that if x equals to 3 and y equals to 4 is the solution of the equation, it means if we will put the value of x equals to 3 and y equals to 4, x equals to 3 and y equals to 4, then the LHS and RHS part will be equal. So first of all we have to copy the question. X equals to 3 and y equals to 4 is the solution of this equation 5x minus 3y is equals to k. After that we'll put the value of x equals to 3 and y equals to 4. So same thing we will do here. 5 into 3, on the place of x I have given 3 and on the place of y I have taken 4. And after solving this one we will have 15 minus 12 equals to k, and finally we can write k is equals to 3. So this is the solution of this question. Now the next question is, the cost of a notebook is twice the cost of a pen. Write a linear equation in two variables to represent this statement. So here in this question it is given that the cost of a notebook is twice the cost of a pen. So first of all we have to assume let the cost of a notebook is equals to x. So we have to write here let the cost of a notebook is equals to rupees x and the cost of a pen is equals to rupees y. But here in the question it is given that cost of a notebook, that I have taken x. This x is equals to twice the cost of a pen. The cost of one pen is rupees y, then the twice of cost of pen, that will be equals to 2y. So here according to the question we can write down x is equals to 2y. X is the cost of one notebook, that is equals to twice of the cost of a pen, that is equals to 2y. Now we have to write it in the form of linear equation in two variables. So here we can write x minus 2y is equals to 0. So this is the solution of this question. Now let us consider the next question. The taxi fare in a city is as follows. For the first kilometer, the fare is rupees 8, and for the subsequent distance, it is rupees 5 kilometer. Taking the distance covered as x kilometer and total fare as rupees y, write the linear equation for this information. So in this question, it is given that the taxi fare in a city is as follows. For the first kilometer, the fare is rupees 8. It means कि if a person is traveling the distance of 1 kilometer, then that person has to pay only rupees 8. Now, in the next line of the question, and for the subsequent distance, it is rupees 5 per kilometer. It means that if a person is willing to travel the distance of 3 kilometer, then he has to pay rupees 8 for the first kilometer. Now, what is the remaining distance? That will be equals to 2, because for the first kilometer he has paid rupees 8. Now the remaining distance will be equals to 3 minus 1, that will be equals to 2. Now for this 2 kilometers he has to pay rupees 5 per kilometer, means 5 into 2, that will be equals to rupees 10. So here it is given in the question, taking the distance covered as x kilometer. It is given here the total distance covered is x kilometer while the total fare is rupees y. So here in the solution we can write down total distance covered is equals to x kilometer while the total fare is equals to rupees y. Now according to the question, the total fare will be equals to, total fare means y, this total fare will be equals to 1 multiplied by 8. After that we have to find the remaining distance. Here the distance, total distance is given x, so instead of 3 we have to take x. If suppose a person is traveling the distance of x kilometer, then for first kilometer he has to pay rupees 8, and for the remaining distance, then what will be the remaining distance? X minus 1. X minus 1 is the remaining distance, and for this distance he has to pay rupees 5 per kilometer. So according to the question we can write here y means total fare is equals to 1 multiplied by 8. 1 multiplied by 8 plus x minus 1 multiplied by 5. So here I have written x minus 1 is the remaining distance multiplied by 5. After that we have to solve it. Y will be as it is, 8 into 1 will be 8, 5 into x, 5 into minus 1. So here we can write y equals to 8 plus 5x minus 5. So after that, after solving this one, we can have y is equals to 5x plus 3, or we can say 5x minus y plus 3 is equals to 0. So the final solution of this question is 5x minus y plus 3 is equals to 0. Now the next question is, draw the graph of the equation 2x plus y is equals to 3. To draw the graph of any linear equation in two variables, the very first thing is that we have to find at least three solutions of this linear equation. So first of all we will draw the table, and then we have to find any three solutions of this linear equation in two variables. So I have taken x and y. If suppose on the place of x we are putting 0, then let us see what will be the value of y. If we will put the value of x is equals to 0, then the value of y is equals to 3. After that, if suppose we are putting the value of x is equals to 1, then the value of y is equals to also 1. If we will put the value of x is equals to 2, then the value of y will be equals to minus 1. Here we can take any value of x to get the value of y. So these three are the solutions of this linear equation in two variables. Now on the basis of this solution we have to draw the graph. So first of all we have to take a graph paper. On the graph paper we have to draw two axes, x axis and the y axis. So this is the horizontal line which is representing the x axis. This is the x axis. This whole line is termed as x axis, while the vertical line is termed as y axis. Now this x-axis is divided into two different parts, x and x dash. Similarly, y is also divided into two parts, y and y dash. After that, we have to put the numbers on the number line. Here we can put 1, then 2, 3, 4, and so on. Towards the LHS right hand side, and it means x dash, this is the x dash, we have to put all the negative value of x. So here we can write -1, -2, -3, -4. Now here on the y axis we have to put all the positive value of y, and in the y dash axis we have to put all the negative value of y. After that, we have to find out the point whose coordinate is x is equals to 0 and y is equals to 3. So x is 0 and y 3. So the value of x 0 is here and y 3 is here. So the first point will be here. So we can take the very first point. The coordinate of this point is x0 and y3. Next point is x1 y1. So the next point will be x1 y1 here. At this point the value of x is 1, the value of y is also 1. So the next point will exist here. After that, x equals to 2 and y equals to -1. So x equals to 2 and y equals to -1. The next point will exist here. After plotting all the 3 points, then we have to draw a straight line passing from these 3 lines. So we can draw the lines like this. So this is the final solution of this question. If we will draw the 3 points, then we will able to decide whether the graph is correct or incorrect. Because if we are taking 3 points, then the line must be straight. If we are not getting the straight line, it means we have committed any mistake while finding the solution of this point. So always you have to consider 3 different solutions to plot the graph of any linear equation in 2 variables. Now suppose we are having a question, find the area bounded by this line and x and y both axes. Then in that situation we have to find this area, because this is the area bounded by this line and both the axes, means x and y axis. So we have to find this area because this area is bounded by this line and x and y both axes. So to find the area of this triangle, since this is the right angle triangle, here we can observe right angle at the origin. This point is origin and here we are having right angle. So area of this triangle is equals to 1 upon 2 into base into corresponding height. So here we can write 1 upon 2 multiplied by base multiplied by corresponding height. So here the base will be equals to 1.5. The distance from origin to this point is base, so it will be 1.5. Till here it is 1.5. So on the place of base we can take 1.5, while on the place of height, the total height of this triangle is 3 units. So multiplied by height, that is 3 units. On the place of height we can write here 3 units, and on the place of 1 upon 2 it will remain same 1 upon 2. After calculating this one, we can have the area of this shaded region. Now let us see the next question. Draw the graphs of the lines x plus y is equals to 4 and 3x minus y equals to 0. Shade the region bounded by these lines and the x-axis. Find the area of the shaded region. So first of all, we have to draw the graph for these two linear equations in 2 variables. To draw the graph, the very first thing is that we have to consider the very first equation, means x plus y is equals to 4. After that, we have to find any 3 solutions of this equation. For that, we have to take a table, and in the very first column we have to write x and y. Then we have to put any value of x. to get the value of y. So if we are putting the value of x equal to 0, then y will be equals to 4. If we put y equals to 4, then the value of if we put value of x equals to 4, then the value of y is equals to 0. Similarly, if we put the value of x equals to 1, then the value of y is equals to 3. So these three are the solutions of the very first equation. After that, we have to find the solution of 3x minus y is equals to 0. Second equation is 3x minus y is equals to 0. So we have to find any three solutions of this equation also. Same thing we have to do here. Here we have to put the value of x to get the value of y. So if we put the value of x equals to 0, then the value of y will be equals to 0. Similarly, if we put the value of x equals to 1, then the value of y equals to 3. And if we put the value of x equals to minus 1, then the value of y is equals to minus 3. After that, we have to consider a graph paper, and on this graph paper we have to draw two axes, x axis and y axis. Horizontal line is representing the x axis while the vertical line is representing the y axis. After that, we have to plot the numbers 1 2 3 4 and so on. In the LHS we have to take all the negative number. In the y axis we have to take all the positive number. In the y dash axis we have to take all the negative number. Now after that, we have to plot the points. In the very first solution, the coordinate of a point is x equals to 0 and y equals to 4. So the very first point will be here. So we can place there the very first point. Then x4 y equals to 0. Then the second point will be here. So we can put second point. Now x equals to 1 y equals to 3. x1 y3. The next point will be here. So we can take the point here. After getting all the 3 points, then we have to draw a straight line passing from all these 3 points. Since we are getting a straight line, hence the solution of this first equation is correct. If suppose we are not getting the straight line, it means that we have committed any mistake. That's why we have to take at least 3 solutions. Then we will be able to decide whether the solution of the graph is correct or not. After that, we will consider the next equation, that is 3x minus y equals to 0. Here the first coordinate is x0 y0. Then the point will be at origin. Now x equals to 1 y equals to 3. So this point will overlap. Now x minus 1 y minus 3. So next point will be here at the down. After that, we have to draw the straight line passing from these 3 points. So again we are getting a straight line. So this is the solution of this question. But after that, we have to find the area of shaded region bounded by these lines and the x-axis. So for these two lines and the x-axis. So this is the area of shaded region. This is the shaded region bounded by these two lines and the x-axis. Now let us see how to find the area of this shaded region. Here we have to write area of shaded region will be equals to, since this is a triangle, so we can use the formula 1 upon 2 into base into corresponding height. Here the base will be equals to from this point origin to this point. So the total distance is 4 units. So on the place of base we can write 4 units, while the height from this point to here, the total height is 3 units. Here we can observe the total height is 3 units. So here we can put 1 upon 2 on the place of base we can write 4, while on the place of height we can place 3. And after solving this one, we can have 6 square unit. Now let us consider another question. If instead of this question, shed the region bounded by these lines and the x-axis, suppose we are having the question shed the region bounded by these lines and the y-axis instead of x-axis, Suppose we are having y axis, then this will be the area. Wait for a while, I will change the color of this pen, then you can understand it very well. So this will be the area bounded by these lines and the y axis. So according to the question, we can easily shed the area and we can find out the area of the triangle. So this is the complete solution of this question. Thank you for watching this video.